Alright, how's it going? So I wanted to dive in a little bit about the self-realization fellowship, and I'm just in the very beginning, and I want to kind of just take a moment. This will be part of a series that I'm going to be diving into about my experience of going through the lessons of the self-realization fellowship, which is the journey of being on the path of self-realization under the guidance of Yogananda, and going through the lessons. So the self-realization fellowship has been something that Yogananda back in the 20s started working on bringing yoga from the east to the west, and he came to United States, and in his book Autobiography of a Yogi, he talks about his journey of him getting the mission from his master to go out to the west and spread yoga, and that's what he did. And his teaching really kind of took place, and a lot of it is in LA, and all over the state today. But he really invested his life, and basically seems like his life mission to bring the yoga to the West. And when I say yoga, is less about the postures. Like when I say yoga, and for people in the West, for me as well, until today, until I started learning a little more what the Yogananda Kriya Yoga actually means, which I'm still learning. I still don't know exactly, and it's gonna be about 8 months of learning, going through the lessons of the beginner's lesson of learning what Kriya Yoga is. But it's less about those postures like Vinyasa Yoga, or those yoga flows of Warrior 1, Warrior 2, and like connecting to the body. And it's less of that, and it's a lot more yoga means union. And basically, when we're talking about yoga and union in Kriya Yoga, what is Kriya? I don't know what the word actually means. I need to check it out. But basically, what Yogananda is offering is this union. Is they call it the science of yoga, the science of union with God. And the self-realization is basically God realization. So a lot of what's Yogananda, and I'm not the one to really talk to you about it, like also please correct me if I'm wrong, as I'm studying this on the path. I'm sure that I'll have a different explanation as the days go by, as I learn more, as I understand this deeper and deeper. But as far as I understand right now, as I'm just going through, I just finished the second lesson out of, 18 or 20 lessons of the beginner's course. What I understand is that we're looking to connect with God. And through this process of self-realization, you're actually realizing the true self, the capital S self is what they call it, is that there's a lower self and a higher self. The lower self being the ego, being the mind, being the senses, the body, and all that. And then the capital S being the true self, right? So there's the false self, which is the ego, which we get lost in, and then there's the capital S self, which is the spirit being God, spirit being the pure love and light that God is. Okay, now as far as like actually touching that state of becoming in union with God, feel like that's basically the samadhi, the place where you go where, like, I think samadhi is actually a stage before complete union with God, or maybe it is the complete union with God. It's in the neighborhood there of really connecting with God and feeling like you're not separate from anything else, which is basically the foundation of the goal. So Yogananda is calling the self-realization program that he's teaching in this course of the Self-Realization Fellowship is this basically he's calling it the highway to God, the highway to knowing God, where you're the fastest way to let go of yourself and to connect with God. And I must say that I like this. I like this a lot. Okay? I am not one to confirm with religion. I'm not. Also Buddhism. I'm kind of was gonna go into Buddhism, and like something didn't click for me there. Something that this is like it's more in the Hindu side. I don't want to like give it names or like exactly what this is all about, but basically Jesus and Buddha and Muhammad and all the big spiritual leaders, they all are carrying the same message of connecting with God, of union with God. And each one has their own way of doing that. But the final goal is to let go of the self, so you can, the more you let go of yourself, the more space for God there is. So the more you let go of your mind, of your personal mind, the more, and then Michael Singer talks about this a lot, the more man minus mind equals God. So that's the journey there. Okay, now it's really interesting. So I was talking in the last video before this one about my experience as a Vipassana meditator, and not to knock on Vipassana. I'm not knocking on it at all. I think Vipassana is really beautiful. It's a delightful experience for someone who's wanting to explore meditation. It's a really beautiful way of exploring meditation and of focusing the mind and practicing the sense of equanimity. It's very powerful. The way that they teach it is really beautiful. I go through Goenka. I went a couple rounds. One was in Italy, which half of it was in Italian, which was a lot of fun. This was a calma and tranquilla. It was a lot of fun to take in the Italian version because they translate every sentence. And then I done it again in California. And you go, and it's 10 days of silent meditation, and you're there, and you're eating really good, and you're in nature. It's usually a really beautiful place, and you sit down for 10 hours a day and you meditate, and it's really beautiful. And the focus of that meditation is more on the body, and it's very, 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 very very heady. Okay, very heady, very. It's like such a. I don't want to go into that too deep, but all I'm gonna say about it is that I really like that I had that experience, and I believe that I will keep going. I might do another Vipassana at some point if they let me, because I've heard that if you do other types of meditation and you're doing those daily, and it's not Vipassana that you do daily, they don't let you come back, because they're kind of like monogamous in that sense of it's either our way or good luck, the highway, you know? So I'll need to explore that. And if that is the case, then I'm not, I'm fine with that. And also surrendering, right? It's like, okay, yeah, maybe you don't mix different schools, with, because like, what are you gonna get? It's gonna be mixed. And I'm understanding and seeing how it's interesting, because Kriya Yoga, as far as like the meditation that they taught in the first lesson, should we get like, let's give you a little bit of a background for this Kriya Yoga. Okay, so before we go into the nitty-gritty of the the details of the meditation and all that, I want to share about the actual process of enrolling into the self-realization lessons. So a friend of mine just directed me to, oh, you want to learn Kriya Yoga? There's one place to learn it, and it's I think it's yogananda.org or self-realization fellowship.org, something like that. And you go, and there is a beginner's course, and it's $90, and you enroll. There's an application that you share a little bit about yourself and why you want to learn, and I passed. Oh, that feels nice, just shared a little bit about my journey and what I've been doing, and they let me in. Who would have known? And then you pay $90, and within a week or two they send you the first lesson, and they also have an app, and on this app you can get the lessons as well. And every 2 weeks from that point, every 2 weeks for the next, I think, 8 months or so, you receive lessons, and in those lessons you unpack everything to prepare you to learn Kriya Yoga, which all the meditations that they're offering meditations, they're offering the philosophy of yoga and what it is. They offer all kinds of exercises to energize the body, to focus the mind, and also to the meditation practice. So in the first lesson, what I've learned so far is a little bit about meditation and how to connect with God. And it's really interesting because, like, if I put it side by side with Vipassana, which is like the meditation, the only real meditation. I've learned different types of meditation, but Vipassana was like more of a deep dive. It's very different in a sense that in Vipassana the focus is on the body and the sensations, and focusing the mind on a single point and really going into the sensations of the body and using the body as a tool, using the sensations as a tool. It's like, kind of, if you could imagine a batting cage for baseball, right? You're using that as an exercise to exercise your equanimity and your balance, and you learn so much. I've learned so much from that, and I love doing Vipassana. And then there's also, of course, Anapana, which is also Vipassana, and it's very common. It's like just focusing on your breath. Now, also Michael Singer talks about how you're focusing on the breath. There's nothing holy about the breath. The only thing that is that you can focus on that instead of focusing on this. So you're letting go of the mind and you're focusing on the breath. So you're sharpening your attention. You're not even sharp. It's like, it's interesting. There's intricacies in there that are not clear to me all the way, because you're sharpening your mind. Are you sharpening your mind? Which mind are you sharpening? So there's a part of you in there that is actually a manager of your attention, and there is the mind that has thoughts. And then what you're doing in Anapana meditation, where you're focusing on the breath, then you're focusing on the breath coming in and coming out. You're focusing on the sensation of the air coming in and out. You're basically focusing not on your thoughts. So when you're not focusing on your thoughts, basically you're allowing for more space in your being. and you're also sharpening your attention and your control. Something in there is like some type of mind control, and it's very beneficial. So what meditation has done for me, what Vipassana and Anapana meditation, which I've been practicing daily for years, is really essential part for me to be more calm, focused. I'm bipolar. It would definitely kind of level things out. I have also ADHD. I have tendencies for future tripping, and like everyone, just I have my stuff, And with meditation, I'm not taking any medication, and meditation for me is medication. So I would at least meditate once a day. For a lot of times, I would also meditate twice a day, in the morning and the evening. And it really was good for me. I really enjoyed that. So if I would go a few days without meditation, I would really feel the consequences of not meditating. So it's to that level. So interestingly, since I started meditating with the Self-Realization Fellowship, and I've been doing their meditation, there is also a single pointed focus. So what they're doing in a self-realization, the meditation is to focus on your third eye. So you're basically taking both of your eyes and you're crossing them and you're looking on your third eye, and you're focusing your energy there. So instead of focusing your mind, it's really interesting because like the teachers are talking about going up, right? And going up to the chakras and going up to God. And I like that idea, which I haven't explored too much, about the meaning and the science of looking into the drishti of the third eye. Drishti is like where you're focusing your gaze into the third eye, instead of going down, right? So it's like really different, because also Buddhism also have this meditation where you keep your eyes a little bit open and you're focusing on the tip of your nose. So you're still looking down. Now they're offering look up. So that's interesting. So now I stopped meditating on my breath and I'm starting to meditate on my third eye. It's funny, it's like just a few inches and there is a big change. Now on top of that, there's also, it's not just meditation for clearing the mind. It's a meditation for what I see so far, just from the first lesson, which I received a month ago, is that you're purifying your mind in a sense. You're not only focusing on this point and that's it, and trying to clear your mind. Of course you're trying to clear your mind. You're trying to clear your mind. You're not thinking about the past. You're not thinking about the future. You're not getting caught in thoughts that are pulling you in any direction. But you have a single pointed place to focus on. But there's also another layer. There's a couple layers. There's a little bit of breath work in there, which is interesting. It's nice. I was thinking about breath work and it just wasn't working for me. I was exploring different types of breath work for years and none of them worked for me. None of them were like yes. And this breath work is yes. This breath work I'm doing like throughout the day, multiple times a day sometimes. And it really feels good and it calms me down and it focuses me, and I like it a lot. So they also offer this in their intro class. Now, I know some people would probably say, "Hey, don't give it all away. You can't just tell people about stuff, and this is secret stuff." But I don't feel like I'm giving away or working with outside the parameters of what Yogananda is asking to keep it. I'm basically want to share my experience without going too much into the details of what exactly is going on in there, because I'm not gonna tell you how I'm gonna breath, what's the exact breath or what's the exact meditation. You could find out if you want to go and find out on your own, and enroll, of course. I mean, this will be the inspiration, right? I want to inspire you to go and enroll and try it out for yourself. So that's kind of like, it's kind of hush hush, because none of their teachings, you can't find it on YouTube, or like everything is kind of like closed under the Self-Realization Fellowship on their website, which is accessible to people who are that are sincere and they're wanting to go in this direction. Okay, so that's a side note. The meditation itself, that it's like, this one is on YouTube. You could find it on YouTube. I'll link it below, and it shows and it gives you the basics of the posture. It shows a little bit of the breath work, and then what I really like is that they're introducing an affirmation, and it's nice because I like the type of affirmation that they're introducing. It's not so much an affirmation of like, you have anxiety and you just say, I am peaceful, or I don't know, you're broke and you want to have an affirmation, I am abundant. It's not that type of affirmation, which I really appreciate, because those didn't do it for me either. Almost there, not quite there, because there's something missing in those affirmations. It kind of feels like those affirmations are kind of surface level and still operating within that operating system of the ego getting what it wants, right? It's kind of like this idea that this affirmation is going to help me feel better because I need to feel good, and I need to call in this affirmation so I can get what I want, and the law of attraction and all that. This is not the type of affirmation that they're teaching here. The type of affirmation they're teaching here are more affirmations centering yourself in the presence of God. Kind of cool. I really like that. It's kind of bringing you before God and asking to it's like this I wish I had, let me think. Yeah, God is permeating every cell of my body with light and bliss, and it's like, you see the difference? It's like, yeah, there are affirmations about love, there are affirmations online about like how I'm relaxed and in peace and all that, but these affirmations are more centered around this like union with God, and how like God is gonna get it for me, or not God is gonna get it for me, because still we're in that operation of getting what I want. It's not that. It's like I'm letting go of myself and letting God take over, letting this external, I'm gonna do that, and quote unquote external, kind of take a hold of the space and kind of pushing out the ego. So it's beautiful. It's kind of like just letting God emerge inside of me. So I'm not focusing on any I'm gonna get, it's like the prayers that they say, they will use the term prayers, and a lot with God you use the term prayer, and I feel like also Michael talks about this, the idea of prayer being let me talk to God so I could pray, so I could hopefully get what I want. That's when you pray to God. Oh, please, I want health, I want money, I want to be relaxed, please. Like, I mean, I'm also kind of doing that. I mean, in a sense, there's like that prayer of bring the light, bring the peace into my heart, bring the peace into others people's heart. But it's like really that bliss that God, that if we let go of ourselves, God shows up and just arrives with this gift of bliss. It's not attached to anything. It's like praying that I that's I'll get the car that I want, or like into the material things, or even into like that I'll get a child, or that I get. It's like it's not attached. It's not attached to any people, places, or things, right? So that's really liberating in that sense. So I really like this type of meditation. And also there's mantra in there. They're really hitting all the points. I gotta tell you, they're really hitting all the points. So you got mantra in there. And I really love that. Because as you can tell, I really like using my voice. And when I got to, and also at the Temple of the Universe, you'll notice that most of the time what they're doing at the temple is chanting and singing. Space. And there's a couple hours of yoga and then the talks from Michael. But basically how everyone's coming together is through devotional chanting and devotional song. And it's so beautiful. So I picked up a guitar and I started singing, and every day when I was there I was writing songs and recording them and really getting in touch with chants. And I was talking to Michael about this and about chanting and about the state of mind when you chant. And it was beautiful because we are trying to let go of the doer, right? And if you still have an intention inside of your chant and you're using those words, let's say the chant is eternal bliss, bring up, I don't know, just making this up. It's like eternal bliss. Let's just say eternal bliss is the chant. Eternal bliss, eternal bliss, eternal bliss. I should chant that. Sounds like fun. The idea that if you're focusing your attention and you're focusing your intention on that eternal bliss, you're still doing. And I was asking, is it not higher to just be completely empty when you're chanting it? And his answer was basically, yeah, that's why also a lot of the words that you chant you don't understand. So there is a loose, so what I'm getting out of it is having for myself like that loose intention that I am right now using this moment of chanting, which is within the meditation of the self-realization the program. There's a moment of chant, using that time with the intention of communion and beauty. And I could use just my voice, I could use it, just the sounds, I could use words, and just let them take me. Not so much that I'm like really focusing my intention on that. It's like just kind of a loose intention and letting it take me. And that's what happens a lot of times when I'm singing and chanting. A lot of times my songs, I pick up a guitar and I like recording because, I don't know, why not? Just record. So I hit record and I start playing the guitar and I have no idea what's gonna come out. Most of the time I have no idea what's gonna come out. Not even the slightest. And I start singing and then 20 minutes go by. And those 20 minutes go by, I close my eyes, I start singing, I open them, 5 minutes go by. I'm like, okay, I close them again, keep singing, we're at 12 minutes. I always end up at around 20 minutes when I pick up the guitar and start chanting, and I just let myself go. And I think that there's like this beautiful moment that's like chanting is introducing into my life, is this like letting go and flowing. And it's starting to be like, here, I have a guitar back here somewhere. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's back there. It's like my sword. It's actually like really easy to pull out. It's one of the only things that are easy to pull out. And just being with that and singing and the Sri Atma Gita. It's so nice to sing this thing. It's like 20 minutes of singing one song, and it just flows. I don't feel ever like, sometimes I would look how much longer do we have, there's numbers in front of each sentence, so you kind of gauge. But I'm never like, I want this to end or something. I'm kind of really connecting in the moment, and I love connecting. Also right now, it's been 30 minutes since I started talking. For you, it might feel like eternity. For me, I'm just having a blast. Oh, you know what? Let me take the sun in, why not? I'm just having a blast. Just expressing my heart out and sharing what I'm going through. It's like I'm feeling more and more that this is me being of service, just using my voice, just talking about my experience. I know it's very centered around my experience, but I want to use my experience as a catalyst for this research that I'm doing. And it's like a spiritual research of meditation, of self-realization, of connection with this planet and the universe, and inspiring other people to do the same. And through my experience, what my intention is for you to go and see how is it for you. Because my experience is so unique, so different. And it's not because I'm so special. It's because you're so unique and so different than I am. We have never experienced any moment of our lives, even if we shared the most intimate moments or the most unionizing moments together, we still haven't experienced the same thing. We're completely different experienced being, while we're also very much the same, right? It's very interesting. It's like we breathe air, we have karma, we are God, we have a mind. Those are like a lot of things that are very much, and we're all one. We're the omnipresence of God. Like we're all those things, yet you have a completely different experience. But I think that the path can be similar. The tools that we're using can be similar. And maybe you're using different tools that works better for you. Use those tools. But what I am looking to bring out to the world is my exploration and my findings of my journey, of my quest, to inspire others to go on their quest and have fun with it. And it's painful, and it's beautiful, and it's ugly, and it's everything. And it's just a human experience. So that's just a note about that. Now, guys, let's go back a little bit to the self-realization process and the lesson. That was lesson 1. So lesson 1 kind of goes into just the meditation and prepping me for what's to come. So I've been meditating every day. I think one day I didn't. I try to meditate once or twice a day with what they're offering. They're also have in their app, they have different meditations that you can choose from that are guided, and you can choose the duration of the meditation. And it's really nice because some of the meditations are for peace. Some of them are for success. Let's talk about success. I think success is important. Whatever you feel like success is for you, and whatever is coming in front of you, really important to do it successfully. I think that I'm just making sure navigation is working. I think that we're here to be successful. Life wants us to be successful. Every plant that grows is just going towards the light, and all it wants is the perfect conditions for it to grow. And it's gonna fight for its life to keep growing and growing. and everything wants to be successful in this planet. Procreation, everyone wants to keep going. Everyone, like, making kids, and every apple has so many seeds. Every apple wants to just keep being an apple, and the most delicious apple. And it's beautiful. Everything is growing and everything is successful. And I think that this is important to kind of like connect for me, is in my experience, I really haven't felt great success in my life. And I really didn't feel like I dedicated myself to anything, because I never found anything that I want to dedicate myself to. And there was also a lot of garbage in the way. I have a lot of garbage in the way of my mind and my past experiences that are holding me back, and I have my desires there in the way, and it's just like so much noise that I just don't know what the heck. And this is beautiful. Like this process right now that I'm going through over the last few months is like this new stage of just letting go of myself and seeing what's in front of me. And it's really beautiful listening to the talks of the teachers, and it's doesn't matter what I dedicate myself to, just as long as I dedicate myself to that thing. As long as I'm putting my mind and heart for time, like Michael says, it's gonna happen. Now, why is it important? Because I want to be self-realized. Like the apple wants to be the juiciest, sweetest apple, I want to be the juiciest, sweetest human. I want to be of service. And I want to be of service in a significant way. And it could be of service in a significant way to just a little family cell of having kids and a wife and being good to my neighbors. It could be also just not having any of that and just being a good person and just being sunshine. You could also not be sunshine, just be with yourself, but inside of you, like having this beautiful experience inside of you that is as beautiful as God, as beautiful as light. And what I'm seeing with people who are tapping into being self-realized, that you're starting to connect with God in a way that God is just working through you. It's like Beethoven, it's like he hears the song and he just plays it. It's not that he's like thinking about what's the next note. It just comes through him. And that's such a beautiful, I think, the perfect human experience, when people are truly connected with God and they're able to move their ego and they're able to move themselves out of the way. Then they're open to this channel of transmission, and things are moving through them more clearly. And then being able to deal with situations that are coming my way with more clarity, with more focus, with more understanding, because there's no noise, there's no, oh, I want this and I want that, and that's where I'm trying to take care of the ego trying to take care of everything, where I get what I want and I'm avoiding what I don't want. It's just like, what if you don't have a horse in the game? What if you don't have a horse in the game? Is that what it's called, right? A dog in a race. What if you don't have a dog in a race? And you're just there because you want to show up and just like pour yourself and your love into everything that you do. That's what I want to be doing. And with this faith that I just by doing that, first of all, is nourishing back immediately. That's what I've been experiencing. Pouring myself into something, it nourishes me back immediately, and no expectation of it nourishing me. It kind of comes up like just by that act of letting go of myself and letting that beauty just come and pour out of me, makes it feel like yummy. It makes it fun. And maybe for you it's just your way of life, and wow, that's so beautiful. I love that for you. For me, I used to always keep score. I still do that. It's something that I'm really trying to let go of. With people I work with, like I'm a freelancer, and every time you negotiate the contract, and there's like, what am I gonna do, and how much am I gonna get for it, and now they want more, and what would that cost them? And it's just like really keeping score. And I don't want to keep score anymore. It just feels so, you know. Obviously, you're in business, so be in business and be a businessman. But also, like, there is a way. There is a way. So I'm finding my way. I'm finding my way in all that of being more relaxed, more open. Oh, you want me to do this for that? You know what? Okay, let me try. Let me try. Let me pattern interrupt. What if, like, Michael was talking about his surrender experiment in his book? He wouldn't go and build someone a house if they didn't pay for whatever it's cost to build it, you know, like he needs to cover the expenses, he needs to eat, he needs to, you know, there are things that needs to cover. So there's a certain price for it, right? There's a way of doing that more realistically for me, and I'm finding that way. So success, coming back to success, I think that the idea of being self-realized is not so I can go and meditate and just let go of the world and just put the world over there, take the world away from me, and I'm gonna meditate and that's it. No, for me, I am very much in the world, but I'm not gonna let the world take over and just dictate everything that it's like, you know, where it's just discussing with the ego. No, I want to have an experience that is blissful. I want to have an experience that I'm showing up and I'm removing myself. I'm removing myself so I could experience God. So I could experience this whole show that God put in front of me, which I am not the director. I'm definitely not the director. I'm just another ant in God's show on stage all the time. Let me perform for God as best I can. Maybe I need to keep my mouth shut. I mean, not literally, right? Because that's how I'm performing, with my mouth. Sometimes I do need to keep it shut, that's for sure. I'm learning. Am I still in the right? I think I'm still in the right way. Yeah. But it's this idea is that I'm not the director, and yet there's still gonna be success, and yet there's still gonna be the beauty of life unfolding without me navigating it every single moment, where I'm completely letting go and I'm just letting the harmony happen, and also the disharmony, you know, like where it needs to happen to break things down, to keep breaking things down. It's like this world is not all roses and beautiful tunes and, you know, like singing bowls and then, you know, incense and no, this world has everything, and that's what I'm kind of I'm allowing myself to put myself there. That was a little note about success and what I feel like is to be successful and be with harmony with life and with God. It's just letting myself go and trying to just show up to everything with the least amount of just being like a leaf in the wind. A leaf with the wind, but also not completely. I don't want to get into all this like really back end of surrender and what that means, because leaf in the wind kind of makes it feel like I'm now gonna do whatever is coming my way. And no, there is a direction. There is definitely a direction. That direction is towards the light. And when it gets hot, I keep going towards the light. It's gonna burn. Keep going towards the light. One of my favorite poems by brilliant Avatar. Why does a moth fly towards the light? Because it's worth it. Okay? I like that one. Because it dies when it gets into the light, right? So like, because it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. And that's what we're doing here. We're gonna fly towards the light. It's worth it. So that's what I'm learning. Now, there was another little thing that I wanted to touch on, and that is renunciation. Renunciation and transmutation of the energy. I haven't dived deep into it. Oh, the sunset is great. This is a really nice sunset, guys. Oh my god. Okay. I haven't dived into, just imagine a nice sunset, okay? I haven't dived into the scriptures of renunciation. I haven't studied it. I haven't really dissected. Or never I've looked into what was it? The transmutation. Transmutation is also very new to me. And I think those goes, the reason why I'm bunching them together, I feel like it goes hand in hand. Now, how it meets me, those two topics, is I have desires that come up in me. And those desires are previously have been desires of pleasing the senses. And it's a really interesting place to be. It's really interesting to see how a desire comes up, and now I have choices. I've seen myself just act on the desires without pausing, and that's what a lot of us do. And some of us have different relationships to our desires. Let's call it habits. Some of them are good habits, some of them are bad habits. Some of us are better at it than others. I am not so good at it. I have bad habits, and I have an issue sometimes. I have a problem of, I'm sorry, my ears are popping. I have a thing with not being able to really like have control over those habits that are not serving me. Very clear. Some habits do not serve me, and I want to let them go. What I am noticing since I've started doing this type of meditation, since I went to the temple, since I've started like really leaning into this and being more dedicated and calling myself a devotee to freeing myself, I am noticing a shift, you guys. Like, I am noticing a shift. I'm noticing a shift in my energy. I am noticing a shift in the power that I have to restrain myself and to control myself, control the ego, and be like, yo, chill, bro, chill. Let's try today without. Today, let's try without. You're gonna get this and that's like, it's like I had this song I sang a few days ago about the black hole. That the ego is just like a black hole. It's just trying to suck everything in, whatever it can suck. and we create channels. Some people will find it through food, different experiences, different I don't know, sex. They could find it through I don't know, a lot of different things. This black hole just keeps sucking things in, and we create relationships with it, and turns into habits of how we are quote unquote nourishing ourselves. And how I've been nourishing myself. Nourishing, quote unquote, really is not nourishing, fueling I call it, right? I also talked about that recently, the difference between fueling and nourishing. And in my where I'm coming from is, when I talk about, I call those, if I'm getting it from a bad habit, I call it fueling, because fuel has the connotation of combustion, has a connotation of it's not pure. It's this process. It's this like fuel. It doesn't smell good. It's like an element that should maybe stay in the earth. It's maybe also this like there's emissions that come out. It doesn't burn clear, and it doesn't really serve like growth. Anything that's like, you think about like something that is fueled, it's kind of like this like noisy like this thing. And when I talk about nourishment, what I like to think about is like water into a plant, like sun into a plant. It's like very nourishing, very symbiotic, very clear, beautiful, zero emissions, natural. And those habits that I've been fueled by, has been fueling me, is just garbage. It's just garbage. Just like, no, I don't want that anymore. I don't. And letting go of those habits is, it's a challenge. I've been doing it for like 30 years or 20 years of certain habits that just, yeah, I do it, it's like, whatever, whatever they are. And this is like, that's what I do. And now no, that's not what I do. I wake up in the morning and I sing the Shriyat Magita. And beautiful. Great. Energies come up in me, and I pause and I breathe before I act on them. What freedom. And then I start singing. I'm turning that energy into raising it up, raising the vibration of that energy that is needy, that is just thinking about itself, feeding the parts of me that I don't want to feed, that is the ego, and I am loosening the grip. Now, it's painful. It is painful. I don't know where I'm driving. It's painful. I like that part of me that likes doing those things, and it's hard to let go of those. And I don't want to speak it into existence, but I don't know if it's gonna be perfect. I mean, hopefully, maybe I never do those things again. I mean, I don't know. Is this good? Yeah, popcorn, good. PB&J first thing in the morning, sandwich, not the best. Well, it's better than croissant that I buy for $6, and so I don't know, maybe there's a movement in some direction. I try to have I have a huge thing with food, I have a huge thing with sex. Trying to let those go, trying to nourish myself from other parts of existence, and I'm starting to find places that can nourish me. And I'm starting to feel the energies come up, and I start playing with them, and it's pretty cool. It's kind of like what the results are recently, And there is a very clear positive trajectory in the direction of the ability to have some agency in the matter. And that's really nice. I like that. And I must say, it is a lot got to do with the type of work and dedication that I have right now to the work that I'm doing. A lot to do with the self-realization. The reason why I'm talking about the self-realization so much is because what they're talking about in there is really interesting stuff in terms of the ultimate goal.
Destination is on the left.
Thank you. Destination, the ultimate goal is really, it really talks about it in a really beautiful way. And it really fuels my motivation to do what I'm doing. And that fuels my motivation. It nourishes the motivation to keep doing what I'm doing, to keep coming closer to God, to clear myself, to purify myself, and also to see how everything else is rising with me, because it's true. Okay, here I want to drop just a couple nuggets that I've learned that completely shifted things for me. The whole package, okay? Hold on, just a second. I gotta charge the car. Ah! Doesn't work. Come on. Now you want the key because the thing is not on. Okay. Oh, I don't want to edit this. Come on. I don't want to edit stuff. I just want to upload it. Yeah, grab yourself some tea, okay? You don't mind. You don't mind, right? Go. Go. I'm just gonna go over here. Where am I going? I want to go there. Is this one working? I hope. Alright, so the couple things that really change my perspective is, one, the whole package. Okay, so in terms of what's gonna happen next, what I'm finding is that makes perfect sense is that the mind, the heart, and the soul are a package deal. Okay, so they're gonna be a package deal. When it leaves the body, because it's the heart, and the mind, the brain, it's like one would think, oh yeah, those are gonna stay, and just the pure soul is gonna move out of the body and move into the next body and just have a fresh start. No, that's not what's gonna happen. And how I feel what's gonna happen is the whole package is gonna come out. And it's not just me that believes this. The masters. It's coming from the masters. The whole package is gonna come out. It's gonna go to the next lifetime. Between this lifetime and the next lifetime, there's space, which also depends on how I was doing this lifetime. I'm gonna hang out somewhere at a certain part. This I had belief before any masters. It came to me in visions of there's a certain area that certain people hang out and certain souls hang out, and that's that. And then that package is just, it's the whole package. So that put a fire under my ass. That put a fire under my ass that okay, now there's a clear trajectory. There's like another piece of the coordinates. If there's like a series of like 6 numbers of winning the lottery, those are probably like three numbers, right? It's like control the heart, not control the heart, but like be at peace with the heart, be at peace with the mind, and liberate the soul. Okay, those are 3. Huge. So this package deal thing really shifted something for me. Another thing I wanted to say that shifted a lot for me was, oh my god, I forgot. No. This is like as I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to think, what is shifting my perspective currently? What are like some aha moments? And this is not it, but this is another thing that I've, like a couple things. One, we could be fully liberated in this lifetime. No, I don't want to. There is no way that God will give us this body and living in this lifetime and be like, no, you can't win the game. There's no way that God is going to do this to us. I truly believe that, I know the one that I wanted to say. Truly believe that we're here to win this game, okay? While it could be game over, and you're gonna pick up from where you ended and give, you kind of have like this, how do you call it, this trade, right? There's also the master. One of them was talking about, I don't know how much of a master he was, but someone that was hanging out with the masters, and he's like, there is a trade. There's the trade-off. At some point, I've been trading off a lot, right? I'm still trading off. Look at all this bread. Just kidding. And this chips. Oh man, it's not even that good. Look at all this crap that I'm feeding my soul, I should be eating cucumbers, juicing all day. Just like just letting go of all the foods, No, I want to. That's a trade-off, a little bit of a trade-off, okay? And everyone has some trade-off that's you're working at a certain level, and you're gonna be that I'm gonna let go of things. A thing at a time. I let go of meat. I let go of fish. Still eating eggs, but I don't know what they say. It's like unfertilized and it's fine, right? So I don't know about that. We'll see. But I let go of meat. I let go of fish. Those are huge things. I've been vegetarian. I had a couple of rounds of coming back to eating meat and recognized and realized, self-realization, right? Realizing I don't want any dead animals in my body. I don't. I could do without. The only reason I'm going in that direction is because it's pleasurable to me. I'm not here to serve the senses. Oh my God, that's a big one. Serving the senses. Where this body of senses, there's this mouth that wants to eat. There's, the sex, another one that's like wants that pleasure. We want to massage. We want to feel good. We want to spa. I want to pleasure. Oh no, that's pokey. Get that away from me. Like that's it's like I could live my entire life doing that. I want to dance and touch and like experience and music. Give me more music and like just delight all the senses and the lights. The lights are so pretty, and the colors and the art, and like it melts me away, and just dedicating myself to all that. There's a time and place for that, and it will come and it will be and it will go and it's fine, but I'm letting go. That's kind of like the idea of like letting go of that renunciation is this no, come on. I'm charging. Why is out of order still? No, but it's charging. So it's kind of like I'm not. It's really nice to not have like just detach from the senses. And I want to detach from my senses because it's really important for me to detach from my senses so I can deal with other things. There are other things in this world. I totally got distracted, and all of us got distracted and focused on the senses. There's way more to explore, and I'm going to explore in that direction. Now, one of my favorite things that maybe I want to end every video with is that every drop that we raise our vibration, every inch that we get closer to God, the entire world is lifted with us. Okay? And I don't like to think that when we are not and we're moving away from God, also the entire world is moving back with us. But I want to also express that, because that's true. Okay? Without getting into too much story, we're raising ourselves, letting go of the ego, raising ourselves. I'm not preaching, I'm not just sharing my experience, I'm raising myself. I want to raise myself. I want to raise myself. I'm not here to get what I want. I'm not here to get what I want. I'm not here to get what I want. I'm here to raise my vibration. I'm here to connect with God. I'm here to overcome this world of delusion. And I am here to celebrate also this life. This world, it's not that this renunciation or that now I'm not going to have a life of joy. I'm like, of course, I want joy. Just maybe not so much focusing through the senses. Like, things will come to pleasure my senses. They will absolutely come. But I don't want to attach and make that the main course. There are other things that can pleasure my being. Creation, service, being of service. Oh, I haven't been in service for so many years. I've been just stuck. I've been stuck here. Oh, so sad. So many years not being of service. And when I remembered that being of service, oh my God, so many years of not being of service. It's ridiculous. I mean, to the people that are close to me, yes, I'm of service. Sometimes it's just taking such a huge chunk out of my chest, to be of service for someone, which is also super sad to feel that, But that's the part, like Mickey says, just take it away, take it. I don't want it. You want a piece of me? Come take it. So beautiful. So I think that we had enough. I don't know, let me know if you enjoy this. If you enjoy this talk, let me know what you think. I'm not perfect, that's for sure. And I'm learning. We're forever learning and developing. And yeah, it's an exciting journey. Very exciting journey. Video game, reality video game. And yeah, let's get back out there. Let's be the light warriors that we are, and just let go of ourselves and keep being good. Yes. Yeah, I definitely want to end these with songs, and yeah, these videos with song. Yeah, maybe we could just do a couple ohms. Let's ohm. Ohming is really nice. Just taking a deep breath. Okay, that's enough. Bye.